little disclaimer that I, Mystic, am an employee of Wizards of the Coast on the D&D team. I love D&D, don't you?
Last time on Utopia podcast, the party splits after having a seance with Thunder in the morgue. Godfrey, Scylla, and Zibba head towards the homestead to retrieve the Cedar Woman, while Morgus and Livy go back to the Bookish Brow to find any evidence on how to get a spirit out of a body. Finding what they can in both places, they all reconvene back at their new cottage. And that is where we find the party.
We're gonna shift over to Morgus and Livy. You have made it to the Bookish Brow.
Well, what new horror awaits us today, my good friend?
Honestly, with what I've seen in this place, that's a reasonable expectation.
Listen, before
Back again. It's me.
You really love books.
I sure do. I'd like to search for something new, if that's all right with you.
You don't have to ask permission.
But your scintillating conversation is part of the experience.
Did you read that book on newts I told you about?
No, but it's actually number 3 on my list of books I'm trying to get through, so I will come back and talk to you about it when I read it.
You should move it to number 1.
Is it that good?
It's titillating.
That's my cue. Come on, Livy!
Yep. Bye. Nice talking to you again.
Bye.
Honestly, it sounds like an interesting read.
I still have your book on hold.
Oh, thank you. Can I?
Excellent.
Livy goes back and grabs that book.
I can. Sure.
Yeah, he gives it to you.
Yeah. Honestly, Morgus, I just want a book that I don't have to die reading. Well, that's just... It doesn't have to be. In fact, the more boring, the better.
And we're going after something to get beasties out of people.
Yeah, I'm just saying in my off time, I want to read something that's not going to actively try to kill me.
That's a good life goal. Which door do you want to go through?
The one that's actively trying to kill us.
Okay, that one.
All right. We go in thinking about books on possession.
Yeah.
Specifically the reversing thereof.
Yeah, specifically the book. Yeah. Yeah.
You open the door. You feel a very, very brisk, cold wind shoot out at you as you step through. The bookcases are directly to your left. The room is rectangular and very shallow, the door being on the long side. And in front of you, as you step through, are just pane after pane after pane of straight on the bottom and half circle on the top windows. And you look out to see nothing but ice and snow and rock and sky.
Well, this is unsettling. It's cold. I don't...
Can I?
All right, let's try to look through the books as quickly as we can.
Cozy chair and a fireplace to your right. and just floor to ceiling bookcases, about 3 of them, 3 large ones. It's a pretty small room. And you see a normal door and then also the shimmering door of the bookish brow on the other side, the other short side of the room.
Does any of this look like, does the furniture or the book, do they look familiar to me?
Nope.
Okay.
With the cold breeze, Morgus hunched over as if against a wind and is whisper or shout talking. Is this place actively windy or not?
No. You just caught the cold air from it's spring to winter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgus still has the strange reaction of oh, it's windy and cold. Wait.
Is the library set up fairly standard?
Yeah.
For the time? Okay. So he's instantly going to try to find books about the unpossession.
I will assist.
You see a book glowing on the very top of the farthest over bookshelf, and there's a little slidey ladder you can slide over to get it.
Livy will hop on the ladder and slide.
Yeah. You open the book and you see squares of black with random words.
Squares of black.
Almost as if someone took a black Sharpie and
it's redacted.
blackened out parts of the book.
I think I know. Livy's an archaeologist. Would he know of?
Are you?
Well, he's a historian. He's a historian.
Yeah.
And there's I know there are ways to try to unredact things. Would he know about them, or would that be outside of his knowledge?
This doesn't seem to have been magically redacted.
Yeah,
this seems to be like someone took a paintbrush with ink. And the only way to lift the ink of the blocks would also lift the ink of the words on the page.
Gotcha.
So they're both ink.
Is the entire book like that?
Nope, there are random words. And it's just gibberish for a while until you get towards the middle of the book. And there's 3 words in a row that say, brink of death will release.
Don't love that. So this book is saying we need to bring the person to the brink of death.
Charming.
Right. Anything else from the book?
Wait, Godfrey's approach of just slapping the shit out of someone, is that what the book is telling us to do?
God damn it.
I hate it when he's right. I hate... put the book back on the shelf. Let's go.
I really don't want to slap...
It's fucking cold.
I really don't want to slap an old lady.
You see a taller human man with gray curly hair and a pointed hat walk through the door. Oh, hello, welcome. Are you from the Brow?
We are from the Brow. That's true.
Welcome to my collection.
Livy's eyes sparkle. Child. You're the one who... Oh, this is wonderful.
Livy, let's go. Time to go.
Oh,
it's great, right?
It's wonderful.
Nice meeting you.
Do whatever you'd like. And he heads over to that chair by the fire.
Can I?
And Mage hands a book off the wall.
Can I ask you something?
Livy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go.
This book in particular, I noticed it's redacted.
Yep.
Oh, Livy, no. I just want to go. It's cold.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
It's about possession, but the only thing that's not redacted is how to unpossess someone. And it basically says to almost kill them.
Yeah, of course. That kind of makes sense, right? Any parasitic host, you almost kill the host or you make them think that they're dead, they're going to leave organically. You don't want to live in a dead body.
Is there any other way besides slapping the shit out of someone to unpossess them?
I mean, you could do a lot of things. You could poison them. You could create a potion to make their body shut down. You could slow their heart rate very low. You could stop their breathing. You could, depending on...
Aren't you just a never-ending font of creativity? Livy, it's time to go.
Who's possessed?
Livy, so help me.
I'm a historian.
You have a lovely day.
I'm a historian.
Morgus is grabbing Livy and pulling Livy.
Morgus.
I am a wizard.
Fascinating. Is there any way for me to rediscover this library?
Oh, no. I mean, maybe if you thought about the exact same book, but that's not how I set it up.
Can you opt in to be part of the bookish brow?
Absolutely not.
Fascinating. Sorry, we're not disturbing you, are we?
No, it's just not normal if someone doesn't come to my personal collection. But
Livy,
here you are.
let's go
Can
now, please.
Ask what country are we in?
Of course, Mentanos.
Oh, Mentanos. I see. I will place this book back because it is yours.
Thank you. That's how the bookish brow works.
Yes. And
Knowledge for all.
what is your name, by the way?
I don't think that's important.
All right, that's
It's
not important.
certainly not.
It's a pleasure to
It's
meet you.
been an absolute pleasure, Livy.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ta now.
Ta-ta. Plop, plop onto the poofs.
That was fascinating.
This is a useful place, but oh my gosh, it's going to do... Oh, my poor anxiety, my nerves. Ah!
I actually have to go and find another book really quick. It's not a dangerous one. It's just, it's for a personal project. I'll be right back.
Can we come another time for a personal project? We're kind of on the timeline right now.
This might help us. I'll be right back.
I'm not letting you go alone. To make it quick, though, in and out.
No, please?
You want to go alone?
Yes.
Livy, this place can send you to dangerous places. Trust me, I've had a very narrow escape when I was on my own. It was very scary.
I know. Trust me. I know where I'm going to go.
In and out. I'll be right here waiting. And if... I'll be here waiting. In and out, Livy.
Gotcha.
You'd better come back.
I will. I'll be fine. I go.
And as you walk to the door,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to head to the other group.
Okay.
You have the satyr woman. You're at your new home, should you choose to claim it. I'm still unclear on whether or not you all want to be there.
We're adventurers. We killed people for this house. It's our legal right. We legally can squat in this.
I don't know if that paper's gonna hold up as a legal deed or not.
What are you guys doing? What are you people doing?
Oh.
Alright, so we have to figure out how to let Morgus and Livy know that we're no longer at the homestead. And we are now at Mel's.
Why would you keep calling this Mel's? Don't we own this place now? Is that the acronym? Are we the Mel's group now? I don't know how I feel about being named after them.
It's just the last name that I knew it by.
Or we can come up with a new name. Add it to the list of things we need to name.
Absolutely. Do you have any ideas for that, Zibba? I'll leave this up to you.
I am not the literature person with the vocabulary. What's the word Livy uses? Vernacular. Learn that from Livy.
You have the heart and you have the pulse of the group, so I trust that what you will come up with be a great name for this cottage.
All right, Sha. Let's go brainstorm on your paper.
Sha.
I think that's a good starting point.
Sha.
I could try to run to the brow. Maybe catch them before they leave.
I think, unfortunately, the other option there is wait for the orderlies to tell them that we ran off with a patient. Hope they suss out that we ran back here.
Yeah.
Godfrey, you hear a tick, 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 as a beak of a crow pecks at the window.
All right. I'll go to the brow, and I'll bring them back. All right.
Scylla, you see
leave out
this.
the front door.
I'm sorry, is that bird calling for your attention, Godfrey?
Why is that weird? Morgus has
His
birds call for his
name-
attention all the time.
Is this a new friend of yours?
That is true. Bitsy does call for Morgus' attention all the time. Yes, this is Garakias. Garakias.
Garakias.
Yes,
What
pleasure.
the? I think I like Bitsy better.
You know what? In the interest of time, Garakias, nice to meet you. Godfrey Brow? And she sighs as she looks back over at the satyr woman. And back at Garakias.
I can move.
She and Zibba are now back in one of those rooms, just like drawing in her pad that the homestead gave her.
Right.
Gotta come up with an emblem first before we get a name. Alright, we're working on it.
I'll hold it
Keep
down
an eye on
here.
them,
Be quick.
because I can. And Godfrey will gesture towards the crow if the crow has anything that it's trying to do, and then start running towards the bookish brow.
Doesn't make any motion, it just flies with you, like pretty close to the ground as you run. You make it through town. Garakias perches on top of the brow as you enter. Livy, about the time that Godfrey starts running, you enter a door. What are you thinking about as you step in?
My sire.
You step in and you find yourself in a small room at the college. You have found a loophole. A room that you two spent many, many hours together in. And a small, tiny little book. Some wouldn't even notice it's there. It's more of a leaflet on the bottom middle shelf of the row of books in this secluded room that you know to be an archive. Glows. It's just a little ditty, a little children's story in very aged paper. Talks about the origin of vampires. It's a common thing that you all would read and research. That she would read and research while Livy was near. As you feel the pages, you can almost see her hands holding the book. There's a little chocolate smudge fingerprint on one of them, where you remember her fingers had warmed a small piece of candy you'd brought her while she was reading it.
Livy begins to crumble and then stops and smooths it back out and puts it back on its shelf. He looks around the room a little bit. This wasn't what he was trying to get into, but he's here now.
What are you looking for?
He was looking for her current library. And he begins to he doesn't need to breathe, but he begins to feel his breath come in a little bit quicker, and he steadies himself on a desk. Okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Okay.
Your voice kind of echoes in this empty archival space.
He looks through the books. If there's one thing she was good at, it was collecting rare material to see if maybe there's anything that could relate, anything at all.
You don't find anything more. I would say, if anything, Livy, after leafing through a few books, just once again feels the frustration of the washing of the word of Mysheria throughout, even an educational library, a historical section of an educational library.
God damn it. Of course she took all of her. Shit. Fine. He slams it back down and steadies himself and begins to leave.
Yeah. At this point, Godfrey, you step into the brow. Morgus, I assume maybe you got some tea and sat at a table while you waited? No?
Yeah, eventually. I'm probably a little huffy. Probably doing that leg fidget thing where his heel is bouncing up and down a little bit underneath the robe. Bit of a creased brow and just restless.
That's what you see, Godfrey, as you enter.
Oh, thank goodness you haven't left yet.
No, I'm waiting on Livy.
Yeah. Change of plans. We're back at Mel's now.
All right.
It's
Wait.
Is Livy about to be back?
I hope so.
At this point, you see Livy fall from the ceiling onto the poofs.
Perfect.
I will never get used
You
to that.
have uncommon timing.
Oh. Hey, Godfrey.
Hey, did you find what you were looking for?
Yes and no.
Okay, good. We're gonna need it as soon as we get back to Mel's.
All right. Let's go.
I'll explain the situation on the way.
Sounds good.
All right. You explain the situation as you head back to Mel's. Scylla, how are you doing? The cottage with the satyr and with Zibba?
Scylla's been standing outside the door, just listening in, just making sure they're okay, letting Zibba, show her some items and play with her, but just standing outside, standing guard.
Great. After some time of drawing and standing guard, the rest of the party enter the cottage.
We still have no name.
Godfrey very quickly closes the door and shakes off the rain from his coat. We walk back in.
Tilla's waiting there at the table, sort of hands folded over. How'd it go?
Us at the library?
Yeah.
Well, you're probably going to want to sit down for this. So the only thing we could find on possession, on how to cure it, is to get the host so close to death the parasite leaves.
And we think that that's what's afflicting.
Yeah. Both of them.
Bring them to the edge of death without actually killing them. That's fantastic. I think if we fail, there's no denying there's a pretty hard line of where it ends for us if this doesn't work, you know? Whether it's to the edge of death or well past it, I think it's safe to say we'd be. Just sort of folds her hands again.
You hear Zibba and the woman talking to each other from the bedroom.
All right, we're gonna need to talk to Zibba about this.
I am in another room.
Right, no, I realize I'm the one who needs to talk to her about this. It was more of like a royal we. Should I do that now or yeah, I should do that now. All right. Well, if I'm going to talk to her about this, I'm going to give you both the pleasant task of deciding how this is going to happen. All right, bye.
Livy heads to the room with Zibba. Do you close the door behind you, Livy?
Yeah.
We are furiously scribbling, trying to come up with a good logo for this group. Jumping on the bed purely for creative juices flowing means, like, we're really just trying to, like, get in the zone. Not because we're having a great time making a mess and no one's stopping us, of course. Mature reasons only.
Hey, Zibba, can I talk to you?
Oh, we were jumping. Sorry. Nothing's broken. Well, except that in the corner, but don't look at it. What do you need to talk about?
It's just a shattered mug in the corner, Livy.
Yep, no, that sounds about right. And it's a bit serious. Can you step outside and so I can talk to you about this?
Sure. Can we all go together? We could go play outside for a bit.
No, Zip, it's pretty serious, and I want to just talk to you about this.
You're gonna leave her all alone? We're having a fun time. Can we have to talk now?
We have to talk. Yes, we do.
Okay. Sha 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 sha
Sha sha. And the amount of time you've like turned and started talking to Livy, Zibba, the satyr woman's like turned around and is drawing on the wall.
I wanted to draw on the wall too,
Great.
but it's fine. I'll get the other wall. Don't get on that wall. It's my wall.
Psst, hey, come here. No, I'm not here to tell you anything new about dice. You know, they're weirdly collectible, they're totally necessary, they're crucial aspects of gameplay that you just never seem to have enough of. But I do want to tell you about our new partnership that all of you could benefit from. Look, Ogopogo Gaming is a 100% women-owner, queer-owner dice and gaming company out of Philly, and they've offered to give all Utopia viewers 10% off online orders. Just visit ogopogogaming.com. That's OGOPOGO gaming.com and use promo code UTOPIA, that's UTOPIA, at checkout. You'll get 10% off your dice and you'll be supporting us. It's so cool. It's awesome. Now go get some dice and roll them. Oh, hell yeah, it's a 19. Let's go.
All right. So he's gonna take out, like he's gonna close the door again. Like, take.
Do we
Zibba
have to
outside.
awkwardly walk by everyone very seriously sitting at the table?
He's just gonna close the door. Not gonna go too far. He just doesn't want like her to overhear and the spirit do something.
We're still in the open room though, with everyone gathered together, looking very serious.
Yep. As soon as you enter the door, the main living quarter, you're just at the room. If Morgus and Godfrey have gone to sit at the table with Scylla, then you find them there as well.
Oh,
Listen.
is this an intervention? I've heard of those.
No.
They're not fun.
Listen. Morgus and I, we found a book that talked about possession, and we tried really hard, but the only cure it presented was bringing the host so close to death that the parasite left. We don't know how else to cure.
Is it from Morgus's cooking? Because should I be concerned?
No. The possession. Also, Morgus is, I'm assuming, is a great cook.
Well, who has the parasite?
The princess
Oh.
and the satyr woman.
What?
We believe she's also possessed.
It's not contagious, right?
No.
How do you know? What are
contagious.
the symptoms?
So a possession is a spirit taking over a body.
I haven't seen any spirits.
That's because it's inside her body.
Then how do you see the spirits?
It's less seeing the spirits and no more the signs. Like, I don't see the if you have a flu, I don't literally see the flu inside of you, but you get a runny nose, you get a fever, you might throw up.
And so you feed them some soup. What are you suggesting?
I am telling you, the only thing we found to cure possession is to get the victim so close to death the spirit leaves. And I wanted to talk to you about this because I want to keep you in the loop and I want to hear your opinion.
I think Zibba's gonna be very kind of quiet for a second and look down at her feet. Let me back up at all the very serious faces at the table. And then give you kind of a confused look, Livy. You go, so you found one book. You gathered one resource. You who spent years of researching and have been berating me about learning and checking resources and verifying data, found one book with one line saying this was the best option, and you took that as that was the best opinion, and now you're looking for a secondary opinion, a secondary resource from a 12-year-old girl? Now I understand you, I'm not recognized as adult, but this is really the best you could come up with?
We're going to try to do more research, but all we could find was this book.
Okay. Then find a different one.
Are
we on a timeline? The Satyr Girl seems pretty fine.
Yes.
Zibba, we don't
We are
have
on a
the
time limit.
Why not? Is that also in
every
your
day-
book?
Because the
Your one
because
book?
the princess is killing. Zibba, don't talk to us that way. We're just trying to have a conversation.
Then go deal with the princess. You're not touching my friend.
If she's hurt and is being possessed by an individual who has malicious content, are you just going to allow her to live that life?
She's not malicious. We're just drawing and having fun 5 seconds ago. And if you're so worried about a deadline because someone else is killing people, that sounds like you should deal with the princess first.
Zibba, she's in pain. Do you look at what she's drawing
Come
and
up with a better plan than causing her more pain. It doesn't look in pain to me. We've been having a lot of fun.
Zibba, are you saying this because you want to continue having fun for her, or are you saying this because out of her best interest?
I admit we've had a lot of fun together the last few days.
You
But
have had a lot of
I also
fun.
think you have a terrible idea. Because no one should ever have the right to hurt you. And you're asking for my opinion on someone else's body? Everything I've been taught says that isn't right.
I think, Zibba, as you say this, can you make me an intelligence saving throw?
That's a weird one. Sounded like a bird. 10.
As you say this, your passion for your friend in your mind still exists, but there's this underlying current of replaying what you've heard the last few days. Every single day, more than one person has died at the hands of this princess. Every single day, Godfrey says, "We don't have time to do this. We need to get to the princess." You think about the innocent people you pass on the street. You think about your friend that's standing right in front of you, just another adventurer who could have been one of those people that had died. And you think about what you just said about the lack of ability for someone else to harm someone.
Oh yeah, go all you want on the princess. Test it on the princess, take her to the edge of pain. Don't give a shit. But you're not doing that to my satyr friend until you have more research than this is the best we got off one book. Because I haven't developed any relationship with that princess, but I have a developed relationship with this satyr.
Zibba, if she is in actual pain and we discover that, are you comfortable letting her live the rest of her life?
Oh, no. I'm saying we'll do something about it. We're just not going with the first bad
Okay.
idea off of one book.
But what if we don't No, silly.
Zibba, has she told you how she came to be in this position? Has she sat down and given you, in her own words, how it is she came to be with this affliction? By what choice it was of hers to be this way?
I can't say we sit down and have talked about every bad thing that's ever happened to us, because we're just trying to come up with a sick logo. But I feel like most people don't unless you've deliberately asked them, considering how much you guys all share.
But you cannot ask her. That is the point. All she can do every day is draw the same thing. That is not her of her own free will, because a spirit is possessing her.
I haven't even
The
tried.
person
You're giving up.
This isn't an easy solution.
Well, it's the only one you have, so you haven't looked very hard.
We have looked very hard. This is the...
Zilla puts her hand out. And I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Yeah, I mean, same thing happens that happened earlier in the day. It's not the same, like, bend over obstruction of gross smell from the Botox, but it's there.
Scylla plays this up, and just I feel like those among us who have been with Scylla enough and have seen me do this know what it looks like when I'm really hit with something. But given the stress of the situation, given the emotions, Scylla kind of grabs her stomach, pulls her hand back, falls back on her chair a bit, and winces and really leans into it.
Give me a performance check.
Bard to paladin, baby.
Paladin's still a charisma class.
Sure. Yeah, this one is. Oh, yeah, no, this one is 19.
Yeah, it's great. Even Godfrey and Morgus are like, oh, Scylla, like, what's wrong? Like, you are alarmed by this reaction.
If one of you come near me, if you do, and I look at you before I do this, if you're catching on to this, and I sort of wince and I put my hand out and I catch myself. Morgus.
Is she possessed?
Yeah. Yeah, she is. But go ask her, Zibba.
Zibba will turn around, go back into that room, slam the door, and then lock it.
Cool. You all hear the
She'll go,
lock.
I mean, I have Shatter, universal lockpick. I prefer not damaging my new house, but
So what was the point of asking her if you weren't going to accept her answer?
the purpose...
I mean...
We need to... Listen, she's part of the party, and I don't think either deceiving her or going behind her back would have any benefit. And I did want to hear what she has to say and think about this.
Mm-hmm.
If she could, because she's a very smart kid, and sometimes she points things out to me that I missed. This wasn't one of those times, but
It wasn't.
I needed to hear what she had to say.
The fact that this person has been completely non-lethal, hasn't harmed a single individual, didn't register to you?
It did.
Maybe she's right.
It's one.
Maybe we shouldn't start with this and we should just go to the princess and then come back after.
That's an idea.
Godfrey, I trust you.
Uh,
You know that.
I know.
I trust Godfrey too. Look, why not just leave her here while we go take care of the princess? That's dire. That needs to happen.
That's fair. I'm a little bit nervous about leaving her alone.
Well, she's harmless. I mean, at worst, she's going to draw all over the walls. We could always ask Zibba to come with us. What did you want to do?
No. I meant leaving. I would assume if we'd asked Zibba to come with us and she got her way, she would agree. Leaving the Seder woman all alone in our house, in the boonies, that is just something I wanted to mention. Especially so close. Well, I guess it isn't close, but it is connected. I vote we lock the cellar, if it has not already been locked.
And we shouldn't lock her in case we don't come back. That would be just as cruel a fate.
Agreed.
Worst case, she wanders off and then we don't have to try to seal her possession.
All right. Are y'all? I know time is of the essence, but I want to make sure we're all rested up and we have all of our magic, or we're feeling good.
Yeah.
We're as good as
I
we
mean,
can.
as this conversation is happening, as Scylla and Zibba have been hanging out for a while, you all can gain the benefits of a short rest. The party lets Zibba...
So can I explain what's happening in this room?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because none of that was communicated to me. So I would like to go in this room, and I'm going to say to a woman, like, hey, friend. So I still don't know her name at this point, and it feels insulting to call her satyr woman. And be like, and I'm sure she's still drawing in the walls, and be like, can I ask you something? If you don't feel like answering, we could just use the drawing stuff to talk. Do I get any response?
She just says, "Sha-sha," and points at the wall.
Yeah. Can you... I got some crayons here to help you draw with your thing. I haven't seen you're very preferential to the one you have now, but if you're in pain, do you want to draw with the red crayon?
Sha-sha-sha-sha. She's just scribbling the shape of lips. Circles and circles, forming them on the wall.
Can I take that to mean you're not in pain? If you agree, do you want to maybe use this blue crayon?
Give me an insight check.
This is going to go terribly. Yeah,
Oh, no.
1, but not a nat 1. It is a 2 with the -1 modifier.
You get no inkling that she even registers that you are asking her a question. It seems as though your presence...
try adding to her drawing?
Sure. What are you going to add?
I just want to affect her drawing with the crayons, like say that color in the lips or anything else, and see if that invokes a reaction.
Doesn't seem to.
If I try drawing circles on the wall, can I... Hey, do you wanna add to what I'm making over here?
Sha sha sha. She draws another line of a snake on the wall.
Ooh. I'm gonna try taking her crayon from her.
Okay. She will resist that. So give me an athletics check.
Rough. 13.
All right. You succeed. And as you do,
Like, I need you.
the
Go ahead.
fawn-colored pupils in her eyes turn to jet black. She stares at you.
Oh, I'm still gonna stare back because I've seen some people with some weird color eyes. Be like, I need you to answer me. Are you in pain?
She opens her mouth to kind of show you her teeth, and a low hiss comes out.
Take a crayon. Take red if you're in pain, blue if you're not. I really hope I'm not shaking.
Are you shaking?
I don't know. A little freaked out. But I'm trying to pretend I'm not.
She... Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good. Fantastic. The world hates me. 9.
She whaps the crayons out of your hands and grabs both of your wrists and pushes you all the way back to the door. The rest of you hear a cuckoo, like the body hard body slamming into the door of the bedroom.
Zibba?
I think Zibba's literally gonna start crying and just be like, you can't act like this. They're gonna hurt you if you do. I need you to get it together.
Question. Can I hear what's going on in the room?
You can now that she's very close to the door, and you also hear the hissing coming back from the woman inside with her.
Okay. Is it reasonable to surmise that this is a scuffle happening in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the doorknob.
Yeah. Give me your damage.
For 9 points of damage.
You bust it pretty badly. The knob itself falls off, but the locking mechanism holds. Is that possible? We're going to say it is.
Just put it under magic.
Dracmonish locks.
Damn, Rishon.
Specifically force damage proof.
It's mostly just that Iron and Steel have 19 hit points canonically, so. That is it. That is a wrap. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you like hanging out with the crew, listening to us talk, maybe playing games, sharing funny photos, join the Discord server. It's a good time. And follow us on the socials. If you're not subscribed to our Twitch and YouTube channels, there's a good chance there's going to be extra content from the studio coming down those pipelines very, very soon. And if you have any questions about the new disclaimer at the top of the episode, feel free to reach out. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Everything else by myself and the cast. Have a great day.